This show is like curtain up. She's in the weeds, and then we watch this complete, stunning, full evolution of this woman. And I'm standing there on stage with a little girl, and I am just fully weeping because it's so special to do this show. And I could never have done it 6 years ago when I first did it.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Joy, which is billed as a new true musical, is based on the life of Joy Mangano, who invented the Miracle Mop. It begins performances on June 21st at the Laura Pels Theater, and we drop by the rehearsal room to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company led by Betsy Wolfe.
Oh my gosh. I mean, she's magnetic. She's incredible. And yes, obviously, like she invented a mop, right? She changed her life. This story, I just can't stress this enough. Like, it's like, oh, it's the musical about the mop. Yes, it is. But no, it is not. This woman and this story, she is a woman who bet on herself time and time again. And let's remind ourselves, that was not an easy time to bet on yourselves. The 90s, no women were doing what she was doing. And now think about how many female business owners there are, myself included, whose job would have been 20 times as hard had it not been for someone like Joy, one of many stories who paved the way for someone like me. So she's so supportive. She is so smart. She's so whip smart. She knows when to come in, and she also knows when to say, I'm going to observe. And that is something that I'm really learning about, and I just love being around her.
It's very surreal, I have to be honest, but I love music. I love the theater. I always have. So for me, it's more an honor. And to see the music is an original music score, which it will blow everybody away. It is that good. And you'll cry, you'll laugh, you'll stand up, you'll walk out singing the music. And the story is for everybody. Everybody's going to take a piece of the story and be inspired. And I think now is the time. We want that. We want that. And to be entertained. That's what it's all about too, right?
It's a story about family. It's a story about generations, about seeing patterns repeated in generations. And how do we break out of those patterns? Not only how do children break out of the patterns that their parents handed down to them, but how do we break out of our own patterns to become bigger than we thought we could be?
Be working on a brand new musical. That's so exciting, right?
Yes, it is. It is such an amazing experience because getting to be part of the creative process is an experience that you can't necessarily have all the time. You know, going on a show that is already fully developed and has been happening for years is amazing, but this is different because you really get to be part of the creation, and it's so cool to be able to put your own input into everything, and it's great.
What attracted you to be a part of Joy?
I mean, there's so many things. It's such an inspiring story to tell. And also just like learning about her as I go, because like I kind of came in a little bit later, but to like learn about her story and how she persevered and like her resilience, and she dealt with a lot of stuff. So it was super inspiring. And then also this creative team on top of it is just, you can't really go wrong with that. And then you have someone like Betsy Wolfe that I get to play opposite. It's like, you know, it's kind of incredible. So, yeah, there's a lot of things.
Well, I just love the story. I mean, anybody who has come in contact with the story can't help but be inspired and love it. To see what this woman has done with an ordinary life and turned it into an extraordinary life by taking an everyday object and making it transformative, I think is something that is just an inspiring story for everybody.
I mean, I think what attracted me to the story is that basically the way we invent choreography or dream up a set design or have an idea about a play, she did the same thing with these ideas to help the world. So she cut her hand, the mop was terrible, she cut her hand on a terrible mop, and then sort of saw this other thing. And what we're trying to create on stage is sort of staging what imagination might look like.
I've enjoyed tearing up the page and starting over. And I've enjoyed, actually, what has been amazing is working with a cast. You think it works in your head. You see it on a cast, you're like, it's not working. And I thought it worked, and you rip it up and you start over because you learn a lot from them. It takes on a life of its own. You know, you write in your kitchen. I write in my kitchen. And then it comes here, and I'm like, wow, that is not what I thought. And then you start over, and you get to use all these colors and these wonderful people, and they teach you a lot about your own score. And I am humbled by it. So I love writing for them now. Do you know what I mean?
I absolutely love the message of this show. It is spread with such positivity and warmth. And Anne-Marie Milazzo and I have been friends for over a decade. And when she called me, she said, I have this crazy idea. Do you want to come work on this show? And I said, I love you. I love the material. So I was all in. And I'm just such a fan of hers. And I'm really excited for the world to get to hear a full score that she's written.
This is such a human story. It's such a family story. Everybody will find someone in this to follow saying, oh my God, that's my mom. That's my father, right? That was me.
Yeah, totally. It's really, I mean, that's what's important is that the show, lots of times we look at the poster and we're like, it's about a mop. It's not about a mop. It's about relationships. It's about overcoming, obstacles in your life and drawing inspiration from your family. And I think that's like the best kind of story you can tell.